leading up to the competition, because today is March 8th, so we're officially 1 month away from the competition. So I split my training up now into 3 or 4 days a week max.
None of y'all stopping me, don't need to ask. Chopping trees, planting seeds, plotting schemes, crossing I's, dotting T's. Lines are blurred, I cannot see. Before I die, I'm top 3. Before I die, I'm top 3. Before I die, look, this is the moment I waited. I took all my options and weighed them. This is
Lock! Yes! What's going on, YouTube? You're back with the Prez. Today's video is going to be an update on my training progress, and as well as I'm going to be talking to you guys about specifically what I've been training for. I told you guys in the past video, I plan on competing in a lot more calisthenic tournaments in this upcoming year. So the next tournament, or the first tournament I got coming up this year, is on April 8th, and it's going to be the first tournament of its kind in the United States. It's going to be run by the International Street Lifting Federation, where it's going to be a 1 rep max weighted calisthenic competition, specifically 1 rep max in the weighted pull-up and the weighted dip. And you guys know these last couple of months I've been specifically training to gain strength in those 2 movements. So today's video, you're going to see a training update, today's current workout, and as you guys know, I have never really, even over this whole past 6 months I've been working with my coach, even though we're training for strength and he knows I'm doing this competition, I have not maxed out yet. I have not tested a 1 rep max. I have been solely working on building strength in that 3 to 6 rep range. And remember, I'm working at pretty high intensities, which is going to have a good translation over to 1 rep max training when we get there. And again, I'm going to be keeping you guys updated with the program and the progress to come leading up to the competition, because today is March 8th, so we're officially 1 month away from the competition. So I split my training up now into 3 or 4 days a week max. I'm training upper body one day, lower body the next day, a full body session, and then an upper body session. So the way I've been splitting up the workouts is now, on the first upper body day, we're going for a volume day, which would have been the workout you're going to see today. Volume meaning we're accumulating a lot of sets. I did 6 sets of weighted pull-ups and 6 sets of weighted dips. The first 3 sets are at a moderate intensity of reps of 5, and then the last 3 sets we up the intensity and we drop the reps down to 3. So we do a 3x5 and a 3x3 for the weighted pull-ups and the weighted dips. We accumulate 6 total hard sets of each exercise, and then I finish the routine off with light overhead pressing for some added volume. I took a step back now on my overhead pressing strength training because I don't want to take away too much recovery time from the weighted dips and the pull-ups. If I'm pushing heavy weight and trying to PR and overhead pressing, it's going to have a takeaway from the weighted dips, because remember, those are 2 intense pressing movements. So the first workout, or the first day of the week, like I said, is an upper body day where we're going volume. The second day is a leg day, and that's where I'm going for leg PRs. I'm either hitting, regardless, I'm either hitting 5 sets of 3, 4 sets of 4, or 3 sets of 5, all at whatever weight that I'm working with, and that's how I progressively overload. I spoke about that in the past. And then after the lower body day, I take a day or 2 off, and then I go back to a full body day where everything is lighter. I'm doing light speed and technique work on the weighted pull-ups and the weighted dips. Sometimes I'll throw a band in just for some variable resistance, and then I'm doing again more volume or more handstand work for my shoulders, because again, I'm not trying to push anything for the overhead pressing. And then for lower body, it's light squats for higher volume, just to get some work and some repetition in the lower body. I'm not focused on building huge legs right now, but I still want to get stronger in my barbell squat. So again, I'm not going to be maxing out on squatting too often throughout the week, probably just 1 max out leg day. That was the third workout of the week. So remember, we have a volume upper body day. We have a lower body day where I'm focusing on maxing out or PRing legs. Then I'll rest a day or 2. I'll go back to a full body workout, which is the third workout of the week. And then I'll rest another day, and that's where I'm going for PRs and weighted pulls and dips, but we're going for PRs as many reps as possible with the max weight that we did on day 1. So today's video, you're going to see the volume day. You're going to remember the last 3 sets of the weighted pulls and the dips are going to be the highest intensity with 3 sets of 3, And those are the weights that I will use on day 3 to max out with as many reps as possible. I've been running this split for the past 2 weeks, and the last 2 times I went on my as many reps as possible days, I PR'd and broke previous records and did a lot better than I did on the first workout when I was hitting the 3x3. So stay tuned. I'm going to be throwing in all the clips from today's workout throughout this video. Let's go. Alright guys, so started the workout off with weighted pulls. Remember, the first 3 working sets we're doing 5 reps. So the intensity is around 80, maybe 85% of my 1 rep max right now. And we have loaded up 77.5 pounds. And again, 3 sets of 5 reps. The goal is to pull as fast and as explosive as possible. Remember, I only try to dead hang between the last 2 reps of the set. So if I'm doing 5 reps, I only want to dead hang after rep 4. I want to be able to pull the first 4 reps of the set consecutively without having to break in between that last rep, right? So I pretty much got that every one of these sets right here. And remember, the previous week, I'm building up now by 2.5 pounds each session. So last week when we did these 3x5s, I was doing 75 pounds. This week I'm at 77.5. So those are the build-up sets before we get into the 3x3 with the heavier intensity. Okay, so after the 3 sets of 5, we up the weight now by 10 pounds, and we're working with 87.5 pounds. So now the intensity is probably a little closer to between 85 and maybe 90% of my 1 rep max, and the goal is 3 sets of 3 reps. Again, I'm trying to pull for the first 2 reps consecutively without dead hanging, and dead hanging only between rep 2 and rep 3. So 87.5, and again, I'm trying to pull as hard and as explosive as possible. This is ensuring that the motor units are getting recruited as efficiently as possible, right? Because if you try to do a slow rep, you're going to recruit the fibers slow. You want to be able to recruit these high threshold motor units as fast as possible when lifting heavy loads. So 3 sets of 3 reps at 87.5 was the main working weight today for pulls. And if you guys remember, I spoke about this method of training about 2 months ago, and I wasn't a fan of it because I thought the 3 sets of 5 previously fatigued me for these 3 sets of 3. But after doing it again and running it properly, I actually enjoy it, and I know that it's going to really benefit the 1 rep max training come in the future when we need that. And of course, after the weighted pulls, now we got the weighted dips. Remember, same rep scheme, same build up. First we do 3 sets of 5 with a moderate weight, and then we go to 3 sets of 3 with a heavier weight. So we're starting with 137.5 for 3 sets of 5. I'm only showing set 1 and set 3. I really try to focus here on the pause. I'm not trying to do speed reps here because on dips, my lockout on the top is what always makes me lose reps. So I'm really trying to emphasize now strict lockout on every one of these repetitions, especially on the 137.5 pound sets. So this is going to be the 3rd set, the 3rd build-up set using 137.5. And then we're going to get into our 3 main working sets again. And here on this set, I went for a little faster just because I don't want to induce any fatigue prior to the working set. So now here we're going to get into the working sets, 3x3 with 157.5 pounds. Not the heaviest I've done in dips. I've actually got to 165 pounds for 3x3 previously. But remember, we're doing a rebuild now. And I'm also coming in now at 175 pounds body weight. I'm almost 15 pounds heavier than I was last summer. Here again, I'm really trying to emphasize the lockout, especially now on my main working sets with the max weight. Because again, when competition comes, I don't want there to be any discrepancy with my reps. So I'm specifically also filming my good elbow here, so you guys can see that I do get a full lockout on my good elbow, my right elbow. Even though I'm locking it out, it doesn't look like it's completely locked due to the fact that I've had that injury for about 2 years now. So set 2, 157.5. This is probably around an RPE of 8, meaning rate of perceived exertion. Remember, guys, that's what RPE stands for. It's basically a tool or an acronym people use to classify how hard the set was. So an RPE 8, meaning I may have been able to push out 2 more reps If I got 2 more reps and failed on those 2 reps, it would have been RPE 10. So set 3 here, 157.5. Again, really emphasizing the lockout, especially now on my last set. Last set, the weight's going to start to move a little slower, but that's expected. I'm going to be a little fatigued at this point now from the weighted pulls and the weighted dips. All right, guys, moving on to the overhead press. Like I said, I'm not trying to PR in this. My goal now is just to add some volume with pressing, not trying to fatigue my pressing muscles too much or overtrain them so I have a detriment with dip work, right? So overhead press, we took a step back, and I just got 115 pounds on the bar, and I just do 2 sets of 7 reps, again, for some added volume. And remember, standing barbell or, overhead pressing, it's not only going to target the delts, but it's also going to target a lot of upper chest. So it's an excellent movement just for that overall aesthetic mass building look for the upper body. And like always, guys, this is supposed to be the end of the workout according to my coach, but I like to do a burnout set at the end, test up the endurance, especially now that I'm weighing in 175 pounds. So stay tuned. You're going to see a sick endurance set after this. Let's go. And that was a wrap for the training routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You got to see I'm getting stronger on all my lifts now. I'm actually moving. My technique is getting a lot better. Remember, I actually did a reset a few weeks back. I was working at 90-pound pulls back in December, but they were sloppy and I was barely getting chin to bar. Dips I got to 165 pounds, but again, the volume was lower and it was just 1 set. Now we built up more volume. My reps are looking a lot more solid and clean. So I know when it comes time to 1 rep max on the tournament, I'm going to be a lot stronger than I would have been if we didn't take this reset. So hope you enjoyed the video. You guys can follow along the exact same training that I'm doing if you guys are trying to make strength gains in your journey as well. If you have a question or comment, leave it in the comment section. I always get back to you guys. Like the video. It helps the algorithm. It helps YouTube share the video even more. Share the video with your friends and family. And like always, guys, check out the new merch. You guys see I'm rocking the all-new BARNATURAL tank. Remember, all the tanks, all the new merch in high quality, thick cotton, all with the patched logo on the front. And the tank I wore in the video has reps and sets across the back collar. And like always, guys, I appreciate the support. Like the video, share it. Hit that subscribe button. Got a question? Leave it in the comment section. Peace out, guys. BARNATURALS.
No sad story, I ain't here for a symphony, no sympathy. When I was on the bench, you wouldn't sit with me. Now I'm on the court and I'm balling, my time's coming.